Welcome to Living a Full Life podcast. Join us as we explore health topics that encourage raising healthy children, living a healthy life, and living the best life possible. Now, here's your host.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another podcast of Living a Full Life. I'm your host, Dr. Enrico Dolce Corri, and today's topic, red light therapy. What is red light therapy? How does it work? What does it do? What does it mean? Well, red light therapy, it's known as low-level light therapy or a photobiomodulation. It's a non-invasive therapeutic technique that uses red or near infrared light to stimulate cellular processes in the body. The light comes through an LED or low-level laser device, and what happens is your cells absorb this light, leading to various beneficial effects. Most commonly used in the last 30 years has been red light for skin health and rejuvenation. I've seen these fit masks and hats and all these things that you can wear that have these red lights in them. And it's commonly used in the cosmetic industry to improve skin health, reduce the appearance of wrinkles, fine lines, reduce age spots, and promote collagen production. Dermatologists now highly support red light because it's non-invasive, has no side effects, and it actually does work. It's also used to accelerate wound healing and reduce inflammation in the skin. So in the skin industry and the dermatology industry, red light has been used for over 50 years. It's been something that has been promising and used all the time. As a chiropractor, I've brought in red light therapy and have been using it for a few years for pain relief and inflammation. That's been the number one reason we brought it in, and it has shown promising results in reducing pain and inflammation with conditions such as arthritic pain, joint pain, muscle soreness. And it's thought to work on promoting by blood flow. So what happens is the red light or near infrared light, what happens is your cells absorb this energy that increases its potential for movement, and more movement in the cell means that they can move more inflammation away from the area, which is always great. And that reduces pain because you're reducing the inflammation from the area, which has been absolutely fantastic. The side effect has been a lot of skin improvement as well. A lot of the people that are using this are saying it absolutely does reduce the wrinkles. I can see it in my neck. I can see it in my face. So we actually upgraded to, it looks like a tanning bed. It's just this huge bed that you lie down in, and it's got over 100,000 diodes. And it's like being in the sun. And that way the entire body gets the benefits from it. It also helps with neuropathy. So same thing, the inflammation it's thought to help with inflammation. So a lot of these kits that you see online say, I'm going to go on Amazon, I'm going to buy myself some red light. Well, those pads that you buy that are fairly cheap don't have very many diodes, and the diodes are weak. So you're not going to get much penetration from that red light. But worth a try. So these things are worth a try. You'll see these caps that they sell. They're like $1,000. They're red light. They look like a baseball cap to help regenerate skin and hair growth. Does it work? I don't know. I've never tried it, but that's another reason they've used it as well, is for hair growth and for follicles. And because again, removes the inflammation and actually stimulates the cells in the hair follicles as well. Another use for a red light is, muscle recovery and performance. Athletes in all industries have been using red light to help aid in muscle recovery. Again, it reduces inflammation, and it reduces muscle fatigue, soreness, and it leads to improved performance because if you're not sore, you feel better and you move better. So muscle recovery has been shown to speed up with red light therapy as well. And joint and bone health as well. Same issues. The reasons our joints hurt is because they're inflamed, and red light can be a fantastic source for that. We've coupled red light in our office with some of our inflammation programs, whether it's functional medicine, weight loss, and other inflammatory conditions. And it works really, really well. People are getting into the mode of like, it's time for me to make a change in my health. I'm willing to get started. They get started, whether it's weight loss or functional medicine, or whatever it may be. And they couple it with red light, and the effects just dramatically move faster. And it's been absolutely phenomenal in our office for that. And many offices are around the country and around the world use it in all different sectors, both from dermatology, chiropractic, physical therapy, athletic therapy, cosmetic. It's all over the place, which is really cool. Some cool research that comes out of Europe has been showing that it can even help with some mental health. Some studies have suggested that it may have a positive impact in mood and cognition, clearing out brain fog. Again, inflammation. So everything we just talked about was about inflammation. Go back to one of our original podcasts, and we dive into inflammation quite thoroughly and all the cascades it can create, and the diseases that are all inflammation based will astonish you that most of the sources of all of our chronic issues is inflammation based. So having something like red light is absolutely fantastic. Other therapies that work like red lights are cold laser therapy, where it's not cosmetic lasers, where they heat up an issue or heat up an area, used usually in surgeries, to laser surgery to cut things, or cataract surgery. That's a class 4 type laser. Anything underneath the class 4 will not heat up the tissue. So a 3B or a 3A laser, that will be called cold laser, because it never really actually heats up any tissue. It actually just speeds up the process of ATP within the cell and the healing potential there as well, which decreases inflammation. So you may have heard of things like cold laser. Again, that's good for pain and joint and healing. That's another one as well. And things like cryotherapy. Cryotherapy, completely different idea there, is to freeze the tissue as cold as we can possibly get it to, again, reduce inflammation. Everything's based on inflammation. And it's important to note that any type of inflammation modulation, which can be red light, cryotherapy, an ice pack, a hot pack, NSAID, whatever we're taking, an NSAID being like Tylenol or Motrin or whatever it may be, all are temporary. Because once you get off of the red light bed, that process has stopped. Or once you get out of the cryotherapy machine, that anti-inflammation process has stopped. Or once the NSAID has worn off, that anti-inflammation process has stopped, and inflammation will come back. So it's important to remember during these types of therapies to be doing something to help resolve the issue that's underneath there. So let's use any condition. Let's say we got inflammation of the knee. It hurts. We have maybe a meniscus tear. Maybe it's not torn. Maybe it's an MCL strain, whatever it may be. Something's inflamed in the knee, and it's become chronic. It's hurt you for more than 3 weeks, maybe 3 months, 6 months, a year. You've had this pain. And now you're like, well, I want to try one. I've been taking Motrin. It's just to get me through the day. And now it's been a year. And now we want to look at things that we can do to help fix the knee. Taking an x-ray, getting an MRI, talking to an orthopedist. I mean, these are things we want to start maybe getting into, a chiropractor or a physical therapist. Those modalities, orthopedic, chiropractic, physical therapy, are going to be your modalities to help restore function in the knee to solve the issue. During that time, coupling it with something like red light therapy or cold laser therapy will help speed up the pain relief process, which is always great. So clinics that work on specific conditions that couple these things together are probably the places where you're going to get the best results and the fastest results with whatever joint pain you may be having. Just a little FYI tip there for you is to look at therapies that are coupled together to help speed up the healing and regenerative process. We talked about regenerative therapy in the last podcast. That one was really cool. Other options we can use as far as injecting areas with peptides, stem cells, PRP, prolotherapy, so many other conditions that we can use, modalities we can use there as well. But with red light therapy, very cool. It's used broad-based, very safe. You can get memberships at some places. You can pay per usage. You can buy them in your home. I mean, some of these devices can be bought, and they range from, if you go on Amazon, you can get a pad for like $100, and then you look at another machine that you can get and costs $100,000, and you wonder what's the difference between those two. Well, it's the quality and the actual results you're going to get is that you're getting actual diode and LED power. These diodes are not cheap. So if you see something on Amazon and it's $100 for a pad, you're probably having less than 100 diodes on there isn't going to do much. Our $70,000 tanning bed has 100,000 diodes on it. So there you go. That just gives you like a price point of how much light you can possibly get. The more light and the higher concentration of red light you can get, the more the penetration through the skin you'll get. So the deeper you'll get. And red light doesn't go, and near infrared doesn't go very deep. It pretty much just gets to the skin cells and just underneath it to the cellulite level, which is right underneath our skin. You can't help things with like organs, discs, in the spine. It will never penetrate that deep. That's where you want to look into cold laser. Cold laser can get up to 4 inches of penetration, which is pretty cool. Those are better used for disc conditions, spinal conditions, maybe organ or any other type of healing that we're looking for there. But red light doesn't penetrate that far. So that's the difference between cold laser, infrared, near infrared, red light. Just the wavelengths of the light that we're using. They all look red. Cold laser is usually coupled with a white light that you can't see, and red light, because that white light goes a lot deeper. That's the difference between red light and cold laser therapy. Definitely look into that. We use it at our office, of course. So if you're local, come check us out. But look into red light therapy wherever you're at. It could be something that could help you with some of those things that we listed earlier, whether it's wrinkles, cosmetic, muscle recovery, pain relief and inflammation, hair growth, joint pain, bone health, or even mental health. Look into red light. It could be something so simple and easy and cost effective that it could help you or someone you know. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We're on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter. I guess it's called X now. We're on that. We're everywhere. Just look at Full Life Chiropractic and our YouTube channel. Of course, you can watch me and all these podcasts in person. These are all shot and recorded in video as well, but the audio is just as good. Stay well, stay healthy, take care.
Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Living a Full Life podcast. If you're enjoying the show, please feel free to rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. That helps others find the show, and we greatly appreciate it. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next episode.